adult show, and if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go. This is an adult show, yeah, this is an adult show, and if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weird corner of the internet. Except those who are easily offended. People who don't like God's word. People who take life too seriously.
You'll never make it out of here alive.
Anyways, I digress.
Welcome.
Our not at all helpful host, Hickory, the dang and underwhelming. TDAU live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a wild, what a wild week it's been since last show. Holy crap. I did not anticipate that we were going to be on the show actually talking about results that have been confirmed by more than one major outlet. I thought that was going to be like next show, maybe. Man, I did not expect it to come down that hard, that definitively, that swiftly. Kind of blown away. But yeah, we got a lot of salt to mine tonight. There's been a lot going on in the past little bit. We got to cover some stories from before the big news that led up to it. Everybody, song was dedicated to Camel Toe. So everybody, leave me alone, leave me alone. I wish I knew the melody because I would have attempted to sing it. Not that, like, you know, that would have been good or anything, but I would have at least attempted, my friends. Yeah, welcome to TDAU Live. Episode 15B. Election month is finally over, maybe, with Gina Diamond. Yeah, a little short on the Gina. We'll see if she pops in. I was really excited to get her on. Of course, a lovely trans lady for Trump, and that would have been it'd be fun to get some takes. See what she thought, where things were going, because to be honest, it was, don't get me wrong, I'm not at all upset with how things turned about, but I was just blown away that, like, it was one of those things where I went to bed and he was winning and I expected to wake up like I did in 2020, like, actually, but yeah, that wasn't the case this election season. So yeah, we got a lot to get into on the show. Hopefully Gina shows up. I have sent her more messages. We'll see what goes on. Anyways, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, back, baby.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk, and then all his friends left him, and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk, now he's here doing the dang and underwhelming live show.
This is a weird show.
Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang and underwhelming live show. Dang and underwhelming live show.
That's right. Welcome to the Dank and Underwhelming Live Show. It's TDAU Live, episode 15B. Election month's finally over. Maybe. Gina Diamond. I didn't realize the maybe was going to be for if my guest was going to maybe be here or not. But here we are. It's episode 15B. Whew. November 6th. Man, it went down this past week. Like, I did not see the abrupt news coming as fast as it did. And it was firing on all cylinders. Of course, the news we left off on last week was that I believe that we covered that Kamala had turned down Joe Rogan podcast, to which who handily swung in and picked up that spot. Yeah, JD Vance did. He did like 3 hours and 15 minutes on Rogan. And then literally the exact next day, maybe not, maybe it was 2 days after. Don't quote me. I'm a dank magician. I can't be trusted. 2 days later, John Fetterman goes on Rogan and does 2 hours. Kamala could only do an hour, and Fetterman went on and did 2. And yeah, he let some things out like that. Maybe, just maybe, were the goal of mass illegal immigration is to sway the electorate and get different, more electoral college votes, and maybe amnesty. I don't know. Just saying. That's what might have been said on there. And then after those two major events, JD Vance and John Fetterman going on Rogan, Colin goes to SNL and does SNL, yeah, the Saturday before the election. Oh wow, Republicans swept my city gov. Not bad. So Vermont stayed. We reelected Bernie. At this point, I think it's just because people want to see, like, we're just trying to prove that he's another dude who's so selfish that that he'll work work himself. He will work into the grave. And we kept our House member as well, but Lieutenant Governor did change. So now we have, I mean, we have a rhino governor, to be very clear, but we had a progressive Dem lieutenant governor, and he's gone and replaced by a Republican. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily like he's going to be a based Republican, but it's better than a progressive, that's for sure. So that did happen. Exciting a little bit. I mean, state Senate and state House is still the same, so taxes are going to continue to go up and livability is going to continue to go down. But we were nope, lost it. So yeah, that's what happened here. So congratulations, Sean. Before or after those appearances, RIP to Peanut the Squirrel and Fred the Raccoon, who last Friday, for whatever reason, New York government seemed it would be a good idea to do a no-knock raid on a dude's house who runs a less than properly licensed animal rescue and runs a social media off it. And I'm sure he makes profit off it, but the money from that also helps him like make sure these animals are safe and have food. And yeah, they searched his house for 5 hours and brought up his girlfriend's immigration status, which is like the first person in New York to be questioned about their immigration status in a long time now. I'm surprised. I don't know if they were trying to give her benefits or deport her for harboring an illegal squirrel. But yeah, that was the thing, and they ended up, I guess, the squirrel bit one of the officers. Which why would you handle a squirrel or any animal that you thought might be rabid with your bare hands or allow it to bite you? Like you have access to gloves, right? Like you could have got the cat mitts from a local veterinary clinic before you rolled in there. Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I feel like it's gonna make me sad. I don't want to be sad. Freedom Tunes did like a 3-minute cartoon about Peanut. Oh, poor Peanut. But yeah, seems like some of the poorest timing for these things to happen. And then the other one was, I guess, that Kamala went on SNL on Saturday, which might be a minor election issue considering they're publicly broadcasted and they would have had to offer Trump equal time via federal law. That might be an issue. But the other issue is that, and I had friends tell me the next day because I didn't watch it. I don't watch Saturday Night Live. Like I have a life. I'd rather sleep. Watch Saturday Night Live generally. If something's good enough from Saturday Night Live, it'll get back to me. Like somebody will send it to me or message it to me or tweet it to me or tell me to watch it. But she was on and she did a bit where the person that impersonates Kamala on Saturday Night Live, who I don't know the name of because I don't watch it, sat down and was talking about being on the campaign trail and sat down and looked into a mirror, and in the mirror was actual Kamala Harris. And a friend told me about it on Sunday, and so I looked it up and I was like, this looks like vaguely familiar. Like obviously that's like kind of a trope that's been played out in like a lot of movies, but I'm trying to remember. Yeah, apparently they did roughly the same thing with Trump back in 2015, Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, there is a penalty for her doing SNL, but that mean we'd have to give up the touchdown for that 10 yards. I'd rather keep the touchdown, just saying. No, I know, but that's like the point is that like they would have gotten away with it either way, and there's zero accountability, which is the part that angers me. Because like it's like, oh, she lost, so we won't bother investigating. When it's like, well, why wouldn't you? There's been more than one complaint about this. Anyways, yeah, I got a few things pulled up. I got to go through them. We got some funny moments from the past little bit. Yeah, even old Bernie. Bernie is ripping. Entire screen. Yeah, Bernie Sanders rips Democrats after Kamala Harris loss. No great surprise. Savage. Savage Bernie. Senator Sanders ripped the Democratic Party after Vice President Kamala Harris lost to President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday. That must sting for them to have to call him that again. Trump appeared poised to sweep the battleground states, securing another term as president as Harris underperformed voters across the country following the at times tense campaign. Democrats have already begun the autopsy of the election results. Harris expresses a mix of outrage and despondence. Sanders, a Vermont independent whose caucuses with Democrats, who basically is a Democrat, who would have ran on the Democratic ticket, although he still has an I by his name for no reason whatsoever, who won re-election Tuesday night, shocking, issued a scathing statement Wednesday afternoon about the Democrats' performance. It should come as no great surprise that a Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, would find that working class has abandoned them, Sanders wrote. Savage. First, it was the white working class, and now it's Latino and black workers as well. Yeah, he's 100% right. They've become the party of the elites, which is ironic because they have completely. When we talk about a party switch, that's the real one. The real one is that back in the day, the Republicans were stodgy and pro censorship, and they were the class of the elites, and the Democrats were the class of the working people, and they were free speech, and it's completely shifted. And now a president elect who's laterally Hatler is just like a 2004 Democrat from New York. Oh, what times we live in. Should come as no great surprise the Democratic Party, which has abandoned the working class people, would find that the working class people has abandoned them. Reach, Comrade Sanders. First, it was the white working class. Now it's Latino and black workers as well. I've read that, but I've read it twice because, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, I do not believe either one of us will live to see another Democratic Party nomination, unless, of course, they become a transitioned American. Right after pigs fly. Yeah, either we'll see another Democrat. I don't know. Well, you mean like they're just gonna pick them from here on out? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. They got away with it. Nobody is complaining about that in this race, which is mind-boggling. The complete usurpation of democracy in defense of democracy is some mind-boggling gymnastics you have to do to make that work. He chastised Democrat leadership for defending the status quo, while Americans are angry and want change. So we're angry. Well, the big money interests and well-paid consultants who control the Democratic Party learn any real lesson from this disastrous campaign. Well, they understand the pain and political alienation that tens of millions of Americans are experiencing. Like when the sitting president called them garbage. And thank you. It's like the first time or only time in my life I'll probably say this. Thank you, Joe Biden, for campaigning so hard on behalf of Orange Man Rad. Do you have any ideas as to how we can take on the increasingly powerful oligarchy, which has much economic and political power? Probably not, Sanders, right? No, because they're part of it. You idiot. That's why you should have remained an independent and actually at least pretended to care. But now you're caucusing with demons. Like you yourself have just taken company and the people that you used to call out, and you're like, why won't they fight the oligarchy? It's like, because they're part of it, bro. You're standing on the same side of people that get sponsored by Google and Amazon and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Alphabet and almost any other name brand company other than the UFC and X and SpaceX. But I mean, you're talking about like a small handful of companies that are not behind the monolith that is the oligarchy. And they all fund almost exclusively Democrats. And you're wondering why they can't find a way to fight back against them. Bernie, follow the money, my friend. This was a funny thought. And unfortunately, apparently the rules are different than I thought, because I did remember a few states have decided that they would put their votes to whoever won the popular vote for the presidency. Apparently that only happens if the person who won the popular vote didn't win the electoral vote as well, which is unfortunate, because I'm sure many of you wondered if that were the case, if all the states that voted to give their vote to whoever won the popular vote. John said, I am a Democrat. My party died last night. It had to die. I'm sad to a degree, but country always has to come before party. Good. I'm hoping the Republican Party dies as well and just gets replaced with the America First flavor. But I mean, to be honest, I'd like to see the Democrats become America First too. Like that would be great. I'd love to vote between two parties who actually care about this place and not a big uniparty who is very content with extorting its citizens, importing cheap labor, and turning us into, well, essentially property of the state. Yeah, I have a weird arc. We might get into that in a little bit about like I'm gonna say it before I forget, because this was a wild revelation I had this morning. Was that when I was up, it was before I went to work, excuse me, and the AP called it, and I was looking at my phone, and when I saw that Trump won this morning, I had the same sense of joy and relief that I did when I saw Obama had won in 2008, his first term. I say that looking back, I don't view it like I view it through a lens of like age clarity. But I remember the moment that got called for Obama. It was 2008, right? Yeah, because he was 2008, 2012. Trump was 2016. Biden was 2020. Trump was 2024. Okay, yeah, so 2008. And at that point, like as we should have, we all just hated George Bush. Like nobody my age, like in that 18 to 21 bracket, because I turned 18 in 2005. It was like 21. It was like my first presidential election, and the first time ever voting. Because I didn't vote for like the midterms when I had turned 19. Because to be honest, I was one of those people that was like, I don't, and I wish there was more of these people. The people that are like, I don't know anything about this. I have no business involving myself in it. Yeah, the beautiful assistant messaged me. Yeah, I know. I was getting there. I know exactly where I was. I have very fond memories of that. Not fond because of what ended up happening with Obama in his 2 terms, but uh, that feeling very much matched the feeling I had this morning when I saw it like official that Trump had won. And So the first time I had voted, so 2008, was 21 years old. And that night, election night, Tuesday, it was open mic night at a bar named CJ Sud South in Rutland. And Jake, and I'm pretty sure Amanda was in the band at that point. I can't remember, man. We went through a pile of drummers, but I'm pretty sure it was Jake, Amanda, and I. And we were bands called Uncle Dad and the Family Secret, which is the best band. Everybody, uh, the greatest band I've ever heard. At least I'm told. Everybody agrees. Uh, yeah, we're actually up on Spotify and stuff right now. A couple old tunes, a couple new ones. Anyways, the we were there, and I remember we're at a bar at an open mic, having fun, playing, and it comes across the TV screen that like Obama won. And I just remember looking at Jake and being like, "There is hope," because rightfully, like we hated George Bush, and still do, even though now we're at a point where Kamala got endorsed by Dick Cheney, and everybody applauds. Like that's, I mean, that might have a little something to do with the fact that we had a minor landslide last night. You know, people like the Cheneys coming out and endorsing the big candidate, the candidate that's the vice president, and trying to play like the underdog, as disingenuous as you could be. Candidate with like no policies laid out. Oh man, there's so much salt to mine. It's yeah, we got to get into some of those. Oh, man, I got to pull up the one that was sent to me earlier. These were an anonymous person. Okay, it doesn't pull up any. First two things that popped up on their Facebook this morning cut together. You deserve someone who's going to treat you right every day, not when it's just convenient for them. Next to you, breaking news: Trump wins presidency after passing 270 electoral votes, AP says. Oh, yep. You know, sometimes things like that just happen. Or, oh, two unrelated things just work. I'm going to message Gina again. Hey, still here. Oh, keep blasting her. Oh, I just want to be as happy as the residents of Martha's Vineyard are when they're kicking the immigrants off their island. Oh, these people are stoked. What a time. What a time. That was like a year ago. A little less than, a little more than maybe. I can't remember. I think that was like October last year. Residents of Martha's Vineyard nervous when a bunch of brown people without leaf blowers show up. Let's just say we're disappointed in the new blood. We certainly can't be disappointed any more than we were the last 4 years. Yeah, it's been a sad past 4 years. Yeah, it's it's rough, dude. Both parties have been rough. That's why I hate to say it, man. It's like a breath of fresh air, revitalizing the party, which is crazy. Oh, this was a fun little conspiracy theory I saw online. Jill Biden leaving the polling place. Did Jill Biden just vote for Donald Trump? Wearing red and voting while knowing she'll be photographed? Yeah, who knows? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if she was that upset over her husband just getting pushed aside and put on the kibosh. Oh, she's asking me other questions. Interrupting me during the show. Okay. Sean said, the people have spoken. Will Trump take action is the question. And yes, that is a big question mark. Yo, that's a very big question mark. And I'm hoping so. I'm hoping there's enough principle-based GOP members, even though most of them aren't, that if he has the presidency, and the House and the Senate, which I'm not sure if the House was confirmed yet. The Senate is. We're just trying to figure out how many seats. It was going to land on 53 or 54. And then we got the House was up in the air. But if we could get good Senate and House leadership with Trump, we could get a lot done in 4 years if they actually did something. That being said, I'm not expecting it because the history of the GOP is getting the full stack and doing nothing with it. So yeah, there's that. Let me mute that one. Okay, so this was earlier today. By the way, Kamala left her party without like giving a speech or saying anything. She just like bailed on the people that had been waiting to see her for 8 hours after when she was going to make her big announcement. Just bailed on it and then didn't give her concession speech until today, which it seems to be a trend with presidents who are not high T. Just saying. But before her concession speech started, apparently the ghost of Peanut rolled in just to remind them one more time of how bad their timing is. I'm going to full screen this one so you can see it better. Yeah, the ghost of Peanut the squirrel shows up just before Kamala's concession speech. Yeah, it just runs right across there. Comes out from over here. There's another one here. Two squirrels just out there having the squirrel time of their lives. Yeah, there's one there, and then the other one comes up right here. Yep. Yep, just out there remembering the legacy of Peanut. Not that I followed the squirrel, but the fact that we spent the time and resources to send government agency into somebody's home to kill their pet rescue squirrel is mildly asinine. It's one of those things. Yep, no, that's like a sign. Like we live in a simulation. There's no way that happened and a bunch of people on the right came out and were like, yo, government way overstepping. And then like 4 days before the election, and then she loses a landslide, and then a squirrel runs out in front of her concession speech. Like it might not be a simulation, but we're living in scripted reality. Like you cannot convince me that this thing hasn't been scripted. Like the talking points I heard 2 days ago by people who were talking about how Trump and his supporters are sore losers and such dicks, and then they're just sore losers, and then to switch today to those same people being like, I just can't imagine what happened. We need to do a recount. Uh, John said, remember Derek Johnson's story. Derek Johnson. Yeah, I might need to search that one real quick to remind myself because it sounds super familiar. Uh, did he just get busted for something? NAACP president, CEO in protests, Jim Carrey played Biden so well. Yeah, I will agree with that. Jim Carrey did one of the better SNL impressions as far as I'm concerned. They had the worst Trump impression, but one of the best Biden ones. Yeah, Jim Carrey is an incredible actor. Tell them you love me. Derek Johnson now. Where's Netflix? Tell them you love me. Derek Johnson, Rutgers student with cerebral palsy who was sexually assaulted by his professor. That one? After being sexual assaults in 2015, What do you think about sexual assault against Derek Johnson's new "Tell Me You Love Me More" documentary? That one? Yeah, I might have to watch this. I don't know a whole lot about that story. Oh, he was on Roseanne. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look that one up. I am a fan of Miss Roseanne Barr. Um, the one from 4 months ago, titled "Oh no, never mind." Yeah, that one's 4 months ago too, and they're about the same time. Was Trump running a clandestine military operation? The book he wrote was called "Laws and Orders." He went into great detail about the military coup that was just performed on the U.S. Oh, okay. No, I will check that out because I wasn't aware on that, to be honest. I'm a fan of Roseanne though. I will say that she's great and always has been. Uh, okay. We got through that meme and that meme. Oh, this one was absolutely hysterical. I had to share it. This was I had to snag this one. Shout out to Sean from Actual Justice Warrior. Great channel. No affiliation. He has no idea who the hell I am. And neither should he. He's doing real stuff. Let me big screen this. You can see this. This little clip absolutely just destroyed me inside. I was laughing so hard. Yeah. Oh, absolutely savage, my dudes. This oh, literally nothing. Not a single place. She was outperforming. Oh, dude. Uh, oh man, the salt biting has been going on this past day. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that didn't have sound. Here, let me pull it up again real quick. Because I didn't realize it didn't have sound. I thought it did, because I was hearing it fine. Actually, stop screen, reshare, tired. Oh, come on. Why are you not working now? It worked really good like that for a while. Okay. Sorry, Sean. I thought I did have sound up this whole time, to be honest. So I'm glad we weren't missing any sound on the earlier ones. I'll pull that back up.
Of the Democrats' main strategy. Another devastating video from CNN is this clip right here.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
This shows
Oh, it's funnier the more I watch it. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that was not audio was not shared last time. Oh, dude. Yep, just a great clip. Sean did a great job on that one today. Yeah, we covered the squirrel running across the stage. Sanders ripping into that. Oh, so what I was talking about earlier was the Yeah, it's hilarious. Not a single county. Like, hear him choking up. But my job depends on this. I actually, it makes me wonder if the media is like stoked that Trump won because it means they're gonna have at least 4 more years of good ratings. Although I don't know where they crescendo from this. Like with the sitting vice president and his opponent in the presidential race literally calling him a fascist who has Nazi rallies. Like, I don't know how you escalate your rhetoric from there. It makes me wonder. I don't know. I'm sure they'll find a way. Earlier, I was talking about what it would be like if the counties that or the states that had voted to give their votes to the popular vote winner, if the popular vote winner didn't win the electoral college, had to do it no matter what. This is what the redheaded libertarian posted. If President Donald Trump wins the popular vote, wouldn't that mean California and others hand him their electors during the national popular compact or popular vote compact? I'd like to see that map, please. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen like this, but this is what the electoral map would happen if, assuming Arizona comes out for Trump, which it's looking like it would. If all the states that had voted to give their electors to the popular vote winner, if the popular vote winner didn't win the electoral college, the electoral map would look like this. Yep, Vermont would have given up its ballots, even though we voted 2/3 in favor of Kamala. Maine would have, Colorado would have, California would have, New York would have. Yeah, there's a lot of states who have that in play just in case there's another incident like there was in 2016 where Trump won the electoral college but not the popular vote. When Elon throws out the connection between the media and state, that'll be the death knell. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE, which will hopefully see Elon Musk do to Twitter what he has done, or see Elon Musk do to our three-letter agencies like he did to Twitter, is gut 80% of it and have it working better than it did before. Finishing JFK's wishes, throwing something to the wild. Throwing something to the wind. To the wild. But yeah, this is a wild-looking electoral map with just Virginia. Virginia and New Hampshire. Going for Harris. 521 would be the, that's what it would look like if all those states were forced to give their electoral votes to the popular winner, even though included in the compact, abided by it. Yeah, like, just, holy crap. The main stipulation being enough states to equal 270 electoral votes have to join before it goes into effect. Wild. New Hampshire should have been red. It's not part of the compact. Went for Kamala. Second, those votes have to go Republican. The compact goes rapidly out the window. No way a Republican gets the West Coast EVs. They wouldn't allow it. Yeah. He's not wrong on there. Not wrong at all. Let's see some of the salt mining. This one is great.
I'm actually gonna win this fucking thing! Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! 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 God damn it!
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this guy was like this was a troll or what, but hysterical. RFK Jr. in connection with Brett Weinstein and everyone else in the medical community will make health care healthy again. I'm looking forward to that. What a great way to start a workout program. I mean, I like to do it just like Hulk Hogan does too, by ripping the shirt off. And then I get in there and throw around some weights. That's how TDAU does it.
47th President of the United States of
Then there is A-hole promising to never buy a Tesla as long as he's alive, and it's deleting his X account. Elon Musk, I hope you deserve or survive the loss.
America, this election was not even close, which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, you should see how much money they spent trying to convince people that Kamala was competent. John said, show reminds me of Chris Farley playing the Chippendale Dancer. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, that one definitely did. Just a little. Oh. There's a woke black woman. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. Like, what kind of narcissist just filmed themselves crying? Not a salty take, but this is really amazing. Keith Boyce saying to Nate Silver of 538, "You're a buffoon. Minimum Trump win in Florida is 8 points, most likely 10 to 14. Dude, you gotta stop huffing the Twitter vibes. How much money are you willing to bet on a Trump plus 8-point spread in Florida?" Keith says 100K. Nate says, have your lawyer drop a quick contract and it's a deal. No contract, no bet, because you've been nutty lately under a payment risk. He said, bet you missed Ron's margin in the election too. And Nate Silver said, Keith, we don't need to talk trash since now we've discovered a more honorable way to settle a little disagreement. Just send the contract over. All the Trump signs are still out in yards, and all the Harris signs have now been removed for some reason. Yeah, I noticed all the political signs went away pretty fast today. This one was one of those ones that makes you think. Popular votes 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. Yeah, all the Democrat ones. Obama second term. Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden. Kamala Harris. Definitely noticed these ones getting bigger too, even though did lose some voting there. It's fascinating. Not entirely sure what it exactly means. Oh, what's this meltdown? This is a compilation.
You just caused me one of the most important people in my life. My dad. Donald Trump, I hate you. You will never be president again. You don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's okay. I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
Oh, savage. The beautiful assistant just sent me a message that said Trump managed to grab all the cat ladies. Yeah, grabbed them right by the pussy. All right, you any months?
So pissed off! Fuck! Fuck!
So that includes some, but it's got the YMCA music, man. So I don't want to play all of it. Oh, just lots of screaming rants like this. I wanted to reenact Monty Python scene and bring out your dead with a cart to collect signs. Bring out your signs. Oh, Sean, that would have been good. That would have been really good. Next time. Dad blank and I are having breakfast at blank. You should join us. Sorry, can't make it. Too busy working. So your mother blank can get their social security checks. Don't choke on your pride and the fact that more than 10 women have already died in Texas because we're miscarried and doctors weren't, quote unquote, allowed to save them. Oh, and I can't wait till Europe comes under attack. NATO is disbanded and the Chinese government has all the plans to our stealth bombers. Enjoy the day. Yeah, like just stop talking to them because they're so deluded and have no idea what's going on. It's like, I know it's hard. It's family, but sometimes you just got to be like, no, you people are idiots, have no idea how life works, and it's sad that you have a vote. They're going mask off things like, I know this will sound racist, but Latinos effing disgust me. The fake Joe Biden one's pretty good. That one. That one again. Extra salty chunk yogurt. This poor girl just excited to see the first possibly black, probably maybe not, president give her acceptance speech. Just waiting there for 8 hours and doesn't get to see her even to give a concession. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Politics are driven by rational thought and objective truths. It'd be called science. Oh, look, some salt. Yeah, sodium chloride. Shared this one with Sargon. People seem to like it. It's unhinged. I'm in tears. Trump is very likely to win right now. I can't end my existence because of my bunnies. I can't leave the country. I've looked through Canada's immigration pathways and I don't meet any of the requirements. I wonder why. Not even Canada would take you. I don't think there's many airlines that would let me take my rabbits overseas. I don't know what to do. I might wake up tomorrow to no rights, reduced to a breeding machine. I don't know what to do. People are so delusional. It's mind-boggling.
In the future, I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide. In the future, you can't lie to your kids, you can't lie to your grandkids about, oh, it was so confusing, it was hard to see the truth, he was so convincing. I will not let you get away with that. Like, that was not normal. This is not normal. I will make it clear to everyone. Like, I will make sure no one is confused about how things were right now in this very vital, crucial time in American history, that it was not confusing. It was
not confusing, except you're so confused that you're literally supporting the party that supports government censorship over social media and people not being able to share First Amendment ideals, even though that's the First Amendment in our founding documents. Yeah, I'm sure it'll totally come back on me that I'm the weirdo. They're going to need approximately 1 year to acclimate. Unfortunately, we may see a pandemic, a mental crisis. I know a few shots that are quote unquote safe and effective. I was laughing, thinking earlier this morning that if you ran a therapist clinic in a blue state, like, you're totally getting a new car this year, right? Like you're gonna be making money hand over fist. Oh man. Cup runneth over the saltiest of liberal tears. Yes, photos, people crying. ABC said this is the biggest Latino turnout in favor of Republicans since 1976. Won't read those, but the last comment says, I hope I wake up to a community note. Like, somebody tell me this isn't true. Community note, it's true. Salt mining. Gina, where are you at? Why aren't you salt mining with me? This would have been fun. Hopefully you get on the show, girl. Vote for Trump. I mean this the most disrespectful way possible. Do not want anything to do with you. Not only did you vote against basic human rights and equality. Wait, you guys are fighting for equality now? I thought you guys were fighting for equity. You need to start a man up camp out there in the wilderness of Vermont. Boot camp guaranteed to grow testicle fortitude. Yeah, but we get back there and it's like the man up camp is really just a well-structured powerlifting gym with lots of stakes. That's what it would be, you know? And like once a week we'd have like campfire whiskey and cigars. Like it'd be like legit man camp. We'd be out there just doing man stuff. Hunting deers with our bare hands. Not only did you vote against basic human rights and equality, you decided racism, homophobia, Islamophobia, transphobia, and misogynistic behavior. Wasn't a deal breaker. Oh, pour the salt on, bitches. Oh, poor Eeyore. Yeah, literally Trump. This man lost to Biden. Lost by a lot. If anything other than misogyny playing your lie to yourself. She is the most qualified candidate on years. Yeah. Cry more. No, she's not. Hillary Clinton was way more qualified than this chick was. That's my horoscope girlies to teach me how to manifest so I can manifest another. Oh. Yeah, don't say that out loud, Hickory. Christina Applegate being salty. Yeah. My child is sobbing because her rights as a woman may be taken away. Why? And if you disagree, please unfollow me. Yeah, because they're not going to be. You live in a state that has abortion up to 9 months, sweetheart. Y'all worried about the price of eggs? I'm worried if being legally defined as a human being tomorrow. We're not the same. Yeah, because that's totally going to be a thing where Republicans are just going to take away your right. You people are so disappointed in America right now. Yeah, we're stoked, so shut up. 45% from Latinos while running on a massive mass deportation campaign. I don't get it, man. Oh, maybe it's this Latinos don't all think illegal immigration completely unfettered is a good idea. People are morons. My literal Facebook friends are taking it well. I've been happy to have a hysterectomy in life, but I still left a deep sadness for all my sisters. Since I can't breed anymore and then therefore useless to the white nationalist Christo-fascists who take it over the country, I might be in more danger than if I hadn't. So either way, it has to become even more dangerous to be a woman in this country overnight. These people are idiots, man. How much do you want to bet social media companies stop their shenanigans very soon? Yeah, because if not, they're going to be coming under with this administration. Like, I wouldn't, like, if it was just Trump, I'd be like, okay, good. We're not going to become complete communists in the next 4 years. Like, there is a chance of turning around. But with the assembly of people that he's built, the amount of smart people he's surrounded himself with for this round, I'm honestly really hoping that we get some stuff done. And I'm willing to bet a lot of them stop their bullshit real soon because he's got smart people who are not afraid to go after people. And Elon's already seen exactly how this works because he took over Twitter and he got to see all of it from the back end. And it doesn't surprise me that YouTube is already laxed up in the past month or so. They've started like letting Timcast trend and some other stuff like that. And yeah, I think a lot of them are gonna back off on political pressure like real soon because they're gonna be hoping that when they get investigated, it's not quite as apparent. I think it's going to be too late and they're stupid. This one was good. The most privileged in our society are screaming loudest from Angel Reese. I'm so disappointed in America. Some of you just couldn't selfishly put your pride aside, huh? Yep. Yep, getting ratioed. Yeah, I thought he looked familiar. Tim Walsh and the screaming girl. There's any time to revote counts. It has to be now. I should have screenshotted the one from earlier. I saw an absolutely unhinged post on Facebook where somebody from Vermont was talking about how 40% of their town voted Republican. Now they can't feel safe because reasons, I guess, because they for some reason think that Trump supporters have just been randomly attacking their political opposition, even though it's usually the other way around. I don't know. I do not believe anybody has an idea how much money can be made off of ending this woke world nonsense. Yeah. Benny Johnson had a video today of like 12 women standing in front of the forest slapping branches on the ground. Oh, they were screaming wildly. You know, sometimes you just gotta release some of that rage, man. Uh, oh, here we got a meltdown over here. Let's check this one out.
Guy does end up winning again. All of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like we're scared for our lives, we're scared for our friends. Like you have pro-life women dying because their doctors are scared to treat them. Because
yeah, I'm gonna need a fact check on that real quick and make sure it's not just some chick who took abortion pills when she shouldn't have and didn't get to urgent care in time.
of the repercussions of his last presidency. How did we get here? How did we get here?
See, you presented an all-lying machine to all of us, and a lot of us weren't like super on board the past 2 times, but you lied and gaslighted us enough, especially with bullshit like this, stating that for some reason he's responsible for doctors not treating patients, even though he literally just appointed 2 Supreme Court justices and they overturned an archaic law that was put in by a Supreme Court that probably shouldn't have been. And now you're blaming that on him because everything's his fault. And I get that indirectly it is. But, sorry, I lost my train of thought because I have a hard time dealing with idiocy.
To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in
Yes, because there's a giant amount of ignorance on your behalf because you've never researched to find out that any of these stories that you've read about the Orange Man are fucking fake. A large amount of hate because you think all of his supporters are garbage because you agree with our current president. You just don't want to admit it because you don't want to be the people dehumanizing people. You want to pretend that the side opposed to you, the Make America Great Again side, the people who think Americans should be doing better and love people of this country and therefore want them to do better, no matter what their skin color or sexual orientation, assuming they're of consenting age, you want to pretend that they oppose everything because it works better for the delusions in your head.
this country. It's so terrifying. It's so terrifying. How could you do this? How can you claim to be a Christian or anyone of moral values and support someone when every word out of his mouth is hate, when he wants to pardon people who took over the Capitol?
You're cool with pardoning the people who rioted and burnt down cities and didn't get any charges, right? Although they can't be pardoned because they didn't get charges. You're totally cool with your political officials going on TV and calling his followers deplorables, garbage, Nazis, fascists, homophobes, even though you have no backing. He's literally the first president who entered office that approved gay marriage, did approve of gay marriage, because even Obama waited for the Supreme Court to decide on that shit.
Do not do this to people that you love and care about. If you have a woman in your life, if you have an LGBTQ person in your life, if you have...
I have both, and they both voted for Trump.
anyone in your life who's not white. How did we get here?
All 3, and they all voted for Orange Man Rad.
Someone tell me, please. Someone really tell me, please. Because the only way I see it is that, like, either he cheated and that was his secret.
Oh, here it comes out. Yeah, we have to not deny.
Or this country is built on so much hate, and we might never get out of this. If you voted for him, you are dead to me.
You know, that's good, because to be honest, sweetheart, I don't really need to hear from you again. I've pretty much got all I've gotten. Is that like you'd be like a 5 out of 10 ginger chick, but you drop to like a -5 out of 10 because you're a crazy socialist who believes the MSM lies.
Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't.
Yeah, consider it done, sweetheart. Ugh. Mirror, mirror on the wall, there's no reflection of me at all. How did we get here? Yeah, ask yourself that question. That's exactly what the people who lost this one should be. They're not. They're going to double down and be like, "Oh no, it's just because you know these Trump supporters are Nazi garbage." The historian's going to rewrite the history books about how Hitler took over Germany and America. Crazy woman. Yeah. Oh, and with all the AI generated images, so it looks right. Oh, savage. I'm gonna message Gina one more time. It's still waiting. That's right. Minutes after the show might have gone off the air. No, we didn't. We didn't. We're still here. Yeah, we got a couple more before we get on out of here. Yeah, this one coming back up.
Harris overperforming in 2020. You asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
Oh, Mark Maddow. Oh, that's great. Joe Biden texting Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer at 3 a.m. this morning. Yeah, the ironic part, they probably would have had a better shot if they just kept Biden in. Oh, here we go. We got a meltdown.
I have rights tomorrow.
I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you never really left the Democratic Foundation.
Anyone else having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this.
Right now, I'm just not. I can't fucking deal with this shit right now.
Oh, wild.
Part of the story that it's hard to even digest fully at this moment, but you have Elon Musk, who
Jen Psaki's total meltdown and hate of Elon Musk must be in the top 5.
owns Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days, X, who is a disinformation propagandist and now has could potentially have a direct line to the Oval Office.
A disinformation propaganda. You mean like your show? Oh, that's funny. Markets soar on top of news Trump's victory. Even more pain having to explain a 1,500-point market jump this morning. Savage. Oh, man, this one. Matt Brick. States where Donald Trump is your president. Oh, the salt flow. Since the guy with the funny mesh dash won, does this mean I'm officially a Nazi again? You never weren't, Sean. That's the poor Robert De Niro. It's time. Oh yeah, just Statue of Liberty shooting Kamala into space. I'm unsure if gloating takes anywhere possible. These people, for the most part, are victims of abuse. Their minds have been violated. Their free will be curbed. It's the perpetrators of this abuse we should focus on while forgiving and helping those damaged. I had my husband make us up go bags weeks ago. I hope manifested and wished every day that we'd never have to use them, but here we are. It's happened. I'm just completely numb. I thought I'd be a mess right now, but nothing. I haven't even cried. My husband, on the other hand, is wailing, screaming, banging his head off the kitchen cabinets. He has a history of self-harm, and I'm terrified he's going to relapse. Our daughters are crying and asking if they're safe, and we had to compose ourselves and tell them that no, they're not. We're not as a family. Yeah, you people are abusing your children. Our lives here in the city are over. We've both lived here since birth, multiple generations of family born here, but we can't and won't let our trans daughters be taken from us. And that's exactly what's about to happen under Trump-Vance presidency as residents in the deep red state. I need to cry, but I just can't. I feel like I'm living a nightmare. Well, maybe you shouldn't be like medicating your children with cross-sex hormones. Maybe you should let them develop and then make that decision. I don't know about lib meltdowns, but I'm calling for every Hollywood lib who said they would leave the country if Trump won to make good on their promise. Amen. South Park can be instructive as well. Harris must demand a recount. She must not concede to a rigged election. Trump made it clear he was going to steal it. He already tried to steal another election. How can anyone believe he is ahead? It's crazy. He and the GOP are Russian-owned fascists. We must not give in America. That's a good one.
Listen to me, Republicans, listen! You other people in history think all that's about!
That's going to be a good one. Let's read the Sean comment first. He said, my uncle literally thanked me for not rubbing it in that he won. I told him I'll help him through this difficult time. Yeah, I had a hard time not rubbing it into certain people. Like, there was people at work that were visibly upset. It wasn't quite as good as the 2016 one, and to be fair, like, I wasn't a Trump supporter in 2016. I guess that was part of the journey I was going to talk about earlier in the show. We really wrapped around to that one nice. I did a vote for Obama in 2008. I was excited that he won. Found out at CJ Stood South. Remember saying to Jake, there is hope for America. Then we went through the financial crisis and he bailed out a bunch of banks. I didn't vote in 2012. I didn't vote in 2016 because I looked at Trump and Clinton and said, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to spend my time acquiring more magazines because I feel like that could be a thing if Hillary wins, and she's most likely going to, and then Trump won. And the next day was just solemn. Nobody at work said shit. Everybody was depressed. It was absolutely hysterical. That was around the time that I stopped. I was watching MSNBC regularly up until 2014, 2015, to the point where they had so many anti-gun smears that was the thing that pulled me out and made me realize, like, holy shit, these people are nuts. And I'm not a part of this at all. I was a prick this morning just a little bit, though. I asked him if he wanted an all-black outfit. Dude, I literally saw people at work today that were wearing all black. One of the people from my real job messaged someone else and asked if we could hang the flag upside down. And then when I asked them how they were, they literally said that they were upset. And I was just like, wow. Okay. Now you know how I feel 4 years ago. Yeah, wake up.
And the reason is that you screwed up. Everything.
Yeah, election results got you down.
Things sometimes don't work out for a reason. And the reason is that you screwed up. Everything is going to be okay. Eventually you will be dead and won't have to deal with any of this shit. Stop living in the past. You hated your life back then too. You will get through this, and you don't really have a choice. Be proud of how much you have accomplished. Nobody ever expected much from you. Whenever someone asks how you are, just make up a lie. Like I'm fine. No one wants to hear about your problems. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about yourself. That's your job. And nobody does it better than you.
But if you need somebody to come on over and lick the tears up off your face, me and the crew will do it. I made a summary. that's good. Man is willing to pay a therapist $1,000 for a therapist who will cry with him over the fact that millions of people support Trump. Girls needed for a male client who is also a therapist and having difficulty processing the fact that millions of people are still supporting Trump. Maladaptive coping patterns include maladaptive, obsessive compulsive tracking of election results, doom scrolling on social media, fruitless debate with random Trump supporters, violent screaming and cussing, unsuccessful attempts at mindfulness practice, mindless distraction, movie watching, reading, gameplay, and cognitive reframing. Cash pay up to $1,000 an hour as long as the provider is willing to cry with him if Trump wins. UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy busy trying to avoid the sack after this beautiful resurfaced. Deluded, dishonest, xenophobic, narcissistic, Donald Trump is no friend of Britain. He's not fit to hold public office, let alone worthy of the country's highest honors and a banquet with the Queen. Theresa May is selling out the UK to a serial liar and a cheat. I wish I had the date on when that was. It was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, where did these 13 million voters disappear to? Did we have a rapture? I mean, it's possible. I mean, some could say mail-in voting. I mean, 2008 got pretty high, but like, yeah, was it just that we didn't have people? I mean, I'd like to think so because he's like a fairly well-educated adult, but you know, like you also can't take somebody like that too seriously anymore after a comment like that. Compilation. If she were a 6'4" white man from Arkansas able to chew tobacco and carry a shotgun, do you think she would have lost that bad? I mean, Tim Walz couldn't load a shotgun. Oh, happy to do that.
Asshole! Hate him! I hate this dumbass who can't shut his little pie hole asshole! Hate him! I hate this dumbass who can't shut his little.
Somebody putting their auntie on blast. Savage. They're truly spectacular. It's mask off time, baby. Expecting Latino people to be smart was the first mistake. Uneducated and ignorant. What do we expect from a community who uses an N-word more than the actual N-words do? Just it's mind-boggling how racist these people are, claiming everyone else is racist. Oh,
they're servants of the donor class. So they go in there, like, oh, donor, give me money, please. And I made an ad. I'm Kamala Harris. I'm full of joy. Okay, well, what did that get you? And they say, oh, Jake, you're too angry. Too angry? What? You think, does Donald Trump look like he's kind? Does he look like he's in a good mood? I mean, no, people want some sort of reaction from their politicians. They want.
He's basically saying, I want to be the Alex Jones of the left. I want to be that angry guy who yells. Because that worked for him, but I won't be banned because I'm on the left.
Them to represent them, to fight for them. But that has never occurred to a Democrat outside of Bernie Sanders, and probably we never will. So we have, look, I have no interest in listening to a single Democratic politician ever again. They can go kiss my ass, they can do whatever they want, and we never listen to them anyway, and they hate us because we're right and they're wrong. They're always.
Let's check out trending. Trump cheated. People's the first one that hashtag Trump cheated, the first one that comes up, Barack Obama. It's great delusion. And just like that, the whole left and liberals became election deniers and insurrectionists. When you order a last-minute presidential candidate from Timu. AP reports that Kamala Harris has called Donald Trump to concede and congratulate him. Yeah, let's see the thread, though. Let's first start off with that 20 million votes haven't been counted. 17 million of them being from Democrats, only 3 million are from Republicans. I mean, it is hard to say that 19 million people just didn't vote, but I think that's because the last one might have had some, like an AA sponsor. I'll be there for any Democrat at 5:45 hour. My hours are 7:45 a.m. 45 an hour. My hours are 7:45 a.m. to 8 a.m. Fair enough, Sean. Thank you for offering your services. Isn't it suspicious that out of a sudden they started recounting votes? This only proves that the uncounted votes were most likely not counted on purpose, because most of them are from Democrats. Here's the evidence of votes not being counted. Oh, wow. I mean, or evidence of votes not being counted on purpose. Yeah, keep denying it. You sound like a maggot. Me linking every single tweet that says Trump cheated. You can't tell them, you have to show them. Hashtag Trump cheated 2020. Yep. I was not surprised at them stealing 2020 was coped by the Trump camp, because Trump couldn't accept the white voters didn't turn out like they did for him in 2016. Thought his presidency wasn't great, and his loss reflected that. However, seeing the data from 2020 to 24 is kind of staggering. I'm not sure if the Democrats just straight up fabricated votes or were able to use mail-in ballots to essentially make sure every registered Democrat voted. There is something that's very off and strange about these numbers. Either Kamala ran a historically bad campaign that's underperforming to levels we have never seen, or something happened in 2020. Trump's voter numbers stayed very similar while there was a total and complete collapse for the Dems. Trump outperformed by 3% in like 1,000 plus counties, what Kamala barely did anywhere, and in fact lost ground in blue strongholds like Philadelphia. She lost like every battleground state by larger margins than Biden won them. Much larger margins. She lost like, that's nuts. I have a hard time accepting that 2020 was stolen, but at this very point, I'm coming more to that conclusion. I really cannot find a good explanation. I still don't want to think the Dems literally just printed out fake ballots, but I'm certainly beginning to believe that vote harvesting mattered. Yeah. Kamala got traditionally what Dems got. The guy who cheated was not Trump, but that fucker Biden. Get the chart. Yeah, not saying that, just looking at random Twitter comments, just curious. Is there a statement on the results of the 2024 presidential election? Of course. Yeah, basically people saying, yeah, we know who did last time. Oh, Kamala was right. Jesus wasn't at a rally. Must lead to the original tweet, which proves Trump cheated. People whose votes were not counted for some unidentifiable reason have now started coming forward with information alleging that Donald Trump interfered with the election. Oh, wow. 86. I've waited too long for a woman president. The time is now, Kamala. As a society, we failed her. I mean, yeah, they could have put up a better woman than Hillary or Kamala, and we could have had a female president. But instead, they screwed Bernie Sanders to get Kamala in there. Keep reposting. Trump cheated. He cheated. Because Trump has cheated. I'm sharing this in case anyone else's version of this post gets removed. It's just that when questioning the outcome of an election was a threat to their sacred democracy. Now they say, do not see Kamala and Trump cheated. one cannot help but be repulsed by the incredible shallowness of democracy. Trump colluded with Jesus. God clearly overreached his authority by revealing bullets to graze Trump's ear and preventing a successful assassination is a clear violation of the Constitution, separating church and state, and is disqualifying. Solid. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys for joining me. Oh, what a crazy time we live in. Sean, thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate you. And yeah, let's drink in the celebration, my friends. And with that said, I did have a couple beers tonight. Not gonna lie, that's I've been celebrating. It's been a day for celebration. I'll be back on the sober train. Probably not have another drink until about his inauguration. I think would be the next good time to have another beer. Because yeah, it's all right. I don't love it anymore. Like, that's the beautiful part of like being sober for a while, is you just realized like it wasn't as fun as you thought it was when you weren't. And yeah, we're getting swole. Can't see a little bit. Can't see the veins like Casey Jones could, but yeah, you want to see more of that. It's over on the spicy site, the OF, as they say. Anyways, that's all I got on this one. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm, of course, Hickory the Dank and Unrolling. It's been TDAU Live, episode 15B. Election month's finally over, maybe, with Gina Diamond, who didn't show up. I'm sad about. I was excited to have a hot tranny for Trump on the show. Maybe next time. Till then, Dank, magician out. Cheers.
Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits.